Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings, buenos dias. Hey,
Good morning.
We have Wiz Khalifa. Wiz, I'm gonna tell you right now, we've been spazzing ever since we saw, well, clearly just your run in general. But when you started dropping these freestyles, kind of the lead up to like, hey, something's about to drop, and then you dropped the project Kush and Orange Juice too. We've just been in. Look, we wore orange for you, bro.
I see.
Super tight.
Yeah, I'm the Kush, y'all the orange.
And two oranges. Yeah. You can buy them on the side of the freeway too if you want some. All right. My pothead friend Maximo, he for sure has smoked a good one to all of your music. However, Angie is probably one of my most non-pothead friends I've ever known. But she too loves the mixtape series, that era, the projects and all of that. I guess for you does it trip you out when your fans don't smoke?
Yes.
What? This is smoker music.
Well, I mean, you know, you always have the opportunity to get stoned to it.
True.
Still in life, it's way better if you smoke.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I haven't
So much better, yo.
I'm like, because I would
just
go to the
one puff, yo. Change
your life.
Tell them what you got at the concert.
Yeah, no, so I would go to the concerts and I remember like they'd be saying like, who wants free grinders? And I'm not a smoker, but I'm like, it's free. So I'd be like, me.
She didn't know what to do with it.
Know. Yeah.
That's still a collectible item though, especially if it's like from the early part of his career. Like
y'all need to like hotbox her or something.
You're missing out on life.
Yeah, no, because I like listening to you because I'm like, it's chill, it's vibe. I like to listen to it while I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not exactly. So I'm like, I'm not stoned.
Yeah, it's good driving music. I tell like kids too, like play the game to it. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who needs lo-fi hip hop while you're studying? You can just drop some Wiz on.
Exactly.
But, talk about like the build up. You started dropping freestyles, you like squabble up and everything, and it almost felt like vintage Wiz with like the day-to-day vlogs kind of era.
It was just something fun, something for the fans. I know what they appreciated, and I just started out doing it just to like test myself and kind of get my, you know what I mean, like my lyrics a little bit better, like my writing a little bit better. Yeah. But people were responding to it really well. Like, yo, this is giving me a feeling. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep going.
And low-key, that's tough Wiz, because they always talk about like that sequel is never better than the original. But with this Kush and Orange Juice too, you go back to the original. You're like, bro, he's in this pocket. I'm wondering if when you were creating this, because we didn't know you were gonna do a second one. When you were creating, you're like, this sounds like what I sounded like then. It's gonna be the number 2.
Yeah, for sure. I decided to do number 2, and then I made the sound to go with it. It was a production as well, like having Cardo on there, having Sledgerin, and even adding DJ Quick and Jason Martin, and just Mike and Keys and a lot of people. It just made its own. It kind of just shaped to what it was supposed to be, especially based off of the fans. And like you said, the people who love the original one, I didn't want to go away from that sound. I didn't want to do anything brand new. I wanted to stick to it, and it hit right at a time where that's what people were asking for. Talk to me about your connection with Cardo, because you know, as like you guys kind of started out together, and now you see like his growth and you know, all the stuff that he's doing with the most, you know, biggest artists in the world as well as yourself. Talk to me about your connection with him. Yeah, it's good to see Cardo be successful. We always believed in Cardo, and we always supported Cardo, and just to see him branch out and do other genres within rap music just shows how really talented he is. And then for us to get back together and both be able to embody the sound that changed so many people's lives, or, you know, created so many good memories, it just goes to show like we never forgot our roots. We know what made us and put us where we're at, and at any given moment we can just turn that, you know, that switch on. Even with Problem, and it's funny because you call him Jason Martin right now, but even in like the intro, like it's hard to talk to Problem and not call him Problem. But like still respect. It's kind of a problem. On the outro, you said shout out to Problem. I think that too, him having had that affiliation with Taylor Gang and like bringing him back in the fold again. I appreciate that, and I'm also like, dang, is Wiz Khalifa just like
a Los Angeles person that just happened to be born somewhere else, but you carry everything that we have with us.
Yeah, I love LA, man, and the influence is really, really strong. Not being from here, but being embraced here.
Yeah.
As somebody who's similar, because I never really tried to emulate anything LA.
Nah, you were being yourself.
I was just being myself, and it was just, I always was embraced. And Problem was one of the first guys, him and Terrace, they were some of the first people to embrace me when I came out here, when I was doing radio early back in the day, when you remember when I was promoting Say Yeah and all of that stuff, when I was signed to Warner. Exactly. So I really wanted to, just make sure that relationship was known as well. I've always incorporated him into my music. He's been on, my albums and my mixtapes, and I've been on remixes to his songs, and we performed together. But I really wanted to make it solid and let it be known like that's my guy, like, for sure.
On that outro record, you rap a little bit, and we're having this discussion because you get people mad when you do this. You rap and then you just start talking, and the beat ends, and it's like, bro, keep it going.
Yeah, I was like, no, I want more, man.
You're supposed to smoke to it, man.
I'm missing out, huh?
Exactly.
Even a lot of the intros to the record, there's a lot of beat for you just to feel that, like, feel the sample and all of that while you're rolling with.
And then to me, that's just like, yes, I'm vibing. I'm getting in the zone, but that's like me, not high.
You could cruise to it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, how you were saying like you were doing like for this new album, you were doing the blogging and you're doing the freestyle. Did that help you to get back in that mentality of like 15 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. It really helped me sharpen up my bars and find an angle of where to what to talk about and how to approach it. I think people love the freestyles because they're raw, and if you can make songs but still have that raw energy, I think you can really win people over and keep their attention, because a lot of people always say that the album's better. The mixtapes are better than the album. And that's just because the energy that you put into it. Sometimes it might be a little bit more playful. Sometimes it might just be a little bit more, just not structured, just whimsical. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to have that energy and put that into Kush and Orange Juice too, instead of trying to write these really intricate songs. I just want to give y'all bars and beats and dope ass concepts and let you take it from there.
What were the sessions like? Did it feel almost like a high school reunion? Like, I got the gang back together.
It was a big ass party. Because a lot of Kush and Orange Juice is the memories that are made through the music. And I want you to feel it. Like, you damn near smiling when you're listening to the record, because you could feel everybody was happy in the room. Every time we got on the mic, I'm like, let's have some fun. It was never anybody sweating over it or even second guessing themselves. It's a really free feeling as well.
Talk about Jet Taylor. That's one of my favorite records.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, he actually got currency in the album, just like Terrence, the original.
The saxophone was crazy on that.
Jet Live Taylor Gang, that's like, I always say, I'm like, if you like Wiz, you're a Currency fan too.
I love that song. It's produced by TM 88. And he produces for like Drake and hella other people. But he's from Atlanta, but he really knows music, and his family knows music. So he was able to get in his bag. And when he sent it to me, I heard the beginning chords of it. And Ty always told me, he's like, Ty Dolla $ign, he told me, he's like, you have your own Wiz chords. Like, as soon as you hear these certain chords, you know that it's a Wiz song. It just reminds you of it.
You have it like in the intro. Because I even noticed that. I'm like, you have like, even when you shout out Spitter. I'm like, that little string, I'm like, he sampled it from Mesmerize from the original one.
Imagine if she was high, bro.
She gets it. Now if you smoke weed, you'll be freaking visualizing,
coasting.
You'll be like, I'm in the car with Wiz right now.
We're all in the jet together.
Just hearing that, I'm like, oh my God, this is like nostalgic. I'm like, he tapped back in that bag like from 15 years ago.
It's the Wiz chords. So when I heard the Wiz chords. And so I did my verse, and I instantly was like, I got to get Spit on this because it's so classic feeling. It's got that nostalgia. And then during the whole process, I was listening to a lot of jazz music and buying a lot of records, vinyls.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had actually seen Terrace Martin perform like 5 or 6 times. Just went to go watch him perform live and see him put his band together. And it was really inspiring just to see how the jazz, it breaks down music and it tells a story with it. And sometimes there doesn't even need to be words there. And I wanted to bring that same energy with that song. And like I said, me and Terrace go way back. So just being a fan, I was like, could you do your thing? So I pulled up to his crib and he did his part and we put it all together. And it really came out to be like a real musical composition, for sure, as well as like a reunion. So, that's fine. So it's a real dope moment. I'm glad that it came off the way that it did. I'm glad people enjoy it because it was really fun to make. I get chills when I heard that song. When I hear it.
Even the smile that you said it puts on people's face. I think there's a couple things, like clearly understanding and being a fan of what you do, but I think you come from a time where we really attached ourselves to the MCs that we listen to. People think of those tapes and it's a part of their lives. And I'm sure it happens nowadays too, but I guess for our generation, you're in that crew of people. And not for nothing, I guess, like as I'm in retrospect, I'm probably gonna get Kid's probably gonna be that time of the month tomorrow because I want to cry. And every time, but like we lost some people, like we don't have a Nip anymore. We don't have like a Mac Miller anymore. And they all are people we attach to and have like this connection and relationship with. So when I hear this stuff from you, Wiz, it's just like, dang, I love that, like that he made it through, and I love that he's still in it and loves it. When we see you or Tyler or Dot do these things, it just feels really good to still have you here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, now you can see. Now I'm thinking of Mac, and I'm like,
but it fits in that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. The music is one thing, but the memories is everything. Yeah, and the times that it reminds you of is nothing but good times. And it's such a blessing to represent that in so many people's lives, and to be able to go back and do it again now, and that be the connection to it.
Right.
Nobody's going to tell you to like it just because of how cool I am or how much money I have or how much money you're going to get by listening to it. Be like, no, I had a great time listening to that. You should try to experience it as well.
No, 100%.
And that's what it's really based off. So
that speaks more than spins or streams. That speaks beyond that. It's an experience for sure.
Yeah, and you stay with people's in their lives forever.
Giving them that nostalgia feeling.
Those, like, this tape reminded me of, like, I mean, LA's like Rock the Bells, Pay Dues era. And it's like for you to still be able to go into that, like, era and those roots, and like everyone that was there now listens to this, and it's like that, like you said, that feeling comes back of that
it's
time.
Because people appreciate it. If people didn't want to hear it, it wouldn't be at the level that it is. But y'all let me know that this is something that y'all want, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm going straight after it. And mission accomplished.
I think when people talk about like the original Kush and OJ, people definitely say it's like up there with like one of the best mixtapes of all time.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
My question is, what is your mixtape Mount Rushmore?
Well, Kush and Orange Juice, So Far Gone, probably like Dedication from Wayne, and Pilot Talk from Currency.
That's right there. That's incredible.
That's incredible.
Who's your Mount Rushmore of weed smokers?
Me, Snoop Dogg, Bob Marley, and who would? I know. Be Real.
There you go.
Shout out Be Real.
Super tight. Big up my brother Be Real.
But we got a Sneak Burner on there too, though.
Especially what he did.
We got a Sneak Burner on there too.
For sure.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Have the Mount Rushmore sponsored by cookies. Like have
bottom.
Wiz, you mentioned Say Yeah, and I remember the promo pic of you with like the blonde streak that you had, and I haven't been able to talk to you since like for a while, but when I saw Bash, your son, get that little dye in his, like, did that make you laugh, or was that intentional? Because he, needless to say, he didn't know you back then when you had that, I don't know, it's streak or highlight.
It cracks me up. His mom actually does it.
Oh, no.
And and his mom did mine in my head back then too.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
So it's like it's super cute because it's like she's just holding it down. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody recognizes him already.
Yeah.
But then he's walking around with a blonde patch in his head.
That's
we definitely know who's kid you are.
Honestly, when that song came out, Say Yeah, I'm like, that tripped me out because I'm like, wait, Wiz is making like chill music and now he comes with a Say Yeah, a lot, really upbeat.
Yeah.
What made you change, like, do that flip, I guess?
I think for me, I've always had a genre crossing type of style. And Kush and Orange Juice is something that gave me my identity for sure because so many other people could identify with it.
Right.
And it just brought out my personality, who I really am. And anything else that I do, even mixtapes like Cabin Fever and, 28 Grams, where I experiment with different types of music. You have a chill Wiz, you have a, more trapped out, like, you know what I'm saying, heavier type of Wiz. And then you have like a kind of pop mixture Wiz where it's like, you have songs like The Thrill, you have,
Frankie.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm still rapping, but it's over pop shit. You know what I mean? Like, I can do that too. And I've been successful in all things that I've tried and experimented with. So I think all of those things together make me who I am.
That part,
Since you got such a good reception on, Kush and OJ 2, are you planning on doubling back with any other mixtapes? Like a Cabin Fever 2?
Man, I think like naturally, people would want to hear another Cabin Fever.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just to like get a heavier sound and just keep everything going. But it's a lot of work, man.
Hey, enjoy this right now.
It's so much work, like just to commit, like all the way full time like that. Like back when I was on that mixtape run, that's all I really had was like the music. You know, I was just coming out of Pittsburgh, but I got my family.
Of course,
I have my personal life. I have other businesses and things like that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we're talking mixtapes, I love that you have like Cabin Fever, Rolling Papers, all that stuff on actually like Apple Music,
like streaming platforms.
But my question was like, I believe Phone Numbers with Big Sean. It's different than the actual mixtape, and it gets me so mad with.
I know.
So I'm like, if I want to listen to it, don't make Wiz. Okay, but what happens? Like, why is it different?
The beat was a sample, and they didn't clear the sample, so we had to remake the beat.
Because I noticed also like on
it was like either that or just take the song off completely.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Keep it.
Okay, all right.
Keep it.
Just make it a cappella.
Oh my goodness.
It just takes a few listens to adapt.
Yeah. Because I even noticed like Kush and OJ, like the first
never
one.
Been.
Yeah, never been.
Yeah, I'm the same way about that, and the statement too. I don't listen to those because
it took me a while because sometimes I'll just go on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'd rather
like,
just go on YouTube.
This is what I know.
But it's because that was a time when like you couldn't get the sample clear, so that's why you made the tape because it's for free out in the world, and you could play with whatever music you like.
That's kind of the point.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Dat Piff era.
Yeah.
But thank you for answering that because that's always been like my thing.
Mad every time. See,
you just reminded him.
She had a bone to pick.
I'm back. I'm good now. We don't gotta fight.
Let's talk cars, Wiz. I think shout out to our brother Fuzzy. Every time you guys, like he says, you guys go cruising. You guys, I want to know, I guess, what your affection for the car culture is because you are such a part of it now. What was that first ride? What was the first classic car you got?
First classic I got was a '69 Chevelle.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
That's
clean.
Hell yeah. And I learned about cars from being around Currency. Just coming up, I would see cars and I would admire them, but I didn't know about them like parts and what this badge that, where everything is and what that means about it and how to identify cars from years and all types of stuff. So he just really elevated my taste in vehicles. And as soon as I started learning about it, that's when I started to just branch out and do my own thing. And even when I got the Challenger,
Iconic.
Yeah.
You made it like Dodge owes you a check.
Yeah. Nah, they hooked me up.
Oh,
they did. They show love. They was like, bro, you sold a lot of shit. You sold them, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
So, even through that, and then starting to build like lowriders and stuff like that, and. I built my first 6.4, and then I fell in love after that. And then I got a 62. I got a bunch of low riders.
What color is the 64?
I repainted it actually.
Nice.
It's in the shop now. I'm redoing it because I had a pit bull who passed away. So I wanted to do like a mural, like a whole.
That's fire.
That's super
make
dope.
my whole car
That's awesome
for my pit bull because that was my baby.
Yeah.
Do you like more like classic cars than exotic cars, or what's your favorite?
The classic cars are projects.
Yeah.
So you working on that shit while you driving it. Like.
What's that sound?
You're getting out to check it because it overheated.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And talking about cars, and we adopted you as a LA native, right?
Yes, sir.
Being an LA native, have you ever experienced the LA takeover?
Was that like too many
The
cars?
donuts.
When the donuts,
When they take
when
over
they
Like, has
stop
problem
and
ever
start doing
taken you
donuts.
to-
No, I haven't. I
Good.
haven't.
Good.
Yeah.
It's illegal now to even be a spectator. Okay, so don't.
I've been to
don't even
one.
start.
I actually been to one with Problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
No, I haven't experienced. See, I don't hang out. Like,
I get you. Yeah. It'll be a pandemonium.
How long did it take
I'm a
you to
dad.
build that 64? I'm wondering if that was the one you first built. It probably was a while, no?
yeah, well, to get it to start working, it probably took like a year and a half, and then like when it was on the streets, it was pretty good. I didn't have too many things break on it. I rewrapped it just so I could hop it higher, and then
That's
just
so tight.
did some shit. I used to 3-wheel that motherfucker.
No
like,
way.
yeah, I used to be 3-wheeling in traffic, sparks flying everywhere.
That's dope.
So I used to break that shit all the time. Yo, I broke that shit so many times.
Is that Wiz Khalifa over there? Damn! I was hitting 3-wheel motion.
Would you ever go to Whittier Boulevard? I think that's iconic for the Chicanos lifestyle here that loves the lowriders too. To drive down that street.
Yeah, I actually got to cruise with Cartoon before. Like,
You're
he
so
took
cool.
me to some classic spots. So yeah, it was cool as hell, bro.
You don't put your lowriders in like shows and stuff like that, or
Nah, just like music videos if people need them and shit, or
Yeah.
they're in the garage right now. Just
Oh,
chilling.
so you rent them out?
Yeah, if people need them. Yeah, they're nice ass cars.
Oh, what do you know? We
What's
need
the business?
we need a lowrider.
Wait a minute. Nah, it's cool. I'll send Snyder down. I got you. Snyder gonna pull up, get you right.
It's 10 racks an hour, you guys. Damn.
Wiz, you seem super balanced. Like just listening to your music, like you just mentioned, like I'm a dad. I don't do this. I do that.
Yeah.
Even in your music, it reflects. And as somebody who's like getting into that same mode, I appreciated it. Even on 5-Star with Gunna, you talk about like, man, you got to take your girl hiking.
Yeah.
You got to take your girl here.
Yeah.
And then you also got to make her live that rock star lifestyle.
For
Talk
sure.
about that balance.
Yes, it's a balance of fun, being classy, being appropriate, taking care of yourself, and loving yourself. When you love yourself, you just take, a certain, you protect that and whatever it is, and it's like you want to protect the people around you as well. So I give out that message all the time, is to just elevate your lifestyle, and the better you take care of yourself, the better people are going to treat you.
Yeah.
Wiz, you've always had like that zen about you, and it's a trip. Like I remember, it's a long time ago, and I won't speak on the situation, but you had said something along the lines of like, we're providers and we're as dads, and we're meant to like take care of everything. But damn, who checks on us? Who makes sure we're good? What about when we're on some stuff?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm sure you have a lot of other dads in your corner, a lot of people. But at that point in time, I think you were one of the rappers that were in our gen that was getting into fatherhood. I think other people had to catch up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you feel yourself being like that OG too to other guys?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of cats hit me up or just pull me to the side and be like, man, I just admire you on a dad level.
Yeah.
Bro. Like they're like,
Facts.
the music is one thing, but they're like, I see
As a father.
Yeah, even Kid Cudi told me, he was like, man, I
tight.
seen an interview with your son, and he was just super excited that you were his dad. And he was like, I thought that was so cool. Yeah. And I'm like, that's amazing to me that to have people look up to that and to respect that, because I do take it serious, and it is something to acknowledge when there's a good example of it. And we're all out here trying. Like we're trying, we're putting the pieces together every day. But if you have somebody to look at as an example, it makes it a little bit easier. It makes the path a little bit clearer. And everything that I do is natural. Like, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I try to, you know what I'm saying, make the right and the best moves based off of what I would naturally do, and knowing that, you know, there's a lot of people who look up to me as well.
That part. Yeah. All right, bro. You mentioned Kid Cudi. And a dream of mine would be to hear a Kid Cudi hum and a Wiz Khalifa laugh, like at the same time.
We got a song.
And then, I know, but then my brain would like low-key explode.
We have one. We have one that I was about to put out. And
bro!
So good.
What happened?
Who we blaming?
I still got it. I can still release it. I just want to make sure it's the one. Like, you know what I mean?
It's you and it's Kid Cudi. It's the one, bro.
Yeah.
I've been told that I'm so crazy for not putting this song out.
Oh my god.
That song in particular?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm already in space, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. How about we try this? We all hum until he releases it.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Too.
So then what stopped you? Like you're saying, like people are telling you, they're mad at you that you're not releasing it.
Yeah.
Hey, blink twice if it's someone behind me.
No.
I know it's not you. I know.
Everybody's mad at me for not putting this out.
Well, how about we talk about, like, I guess the creation of the song that we may never hear. Was it him reaching out to you reaching out to him? You know, he did something similar with going off of his series, The Man on the Moon, and stuff like that. So it's really tight.
We were just working and hanging out at the time. So it was what I was working on. He was working on a few songs. I jumped on like 2 or 3. And then I was working on some songs. He jumped on like 2 or 3. It was just, we were just, you know, in the vibe. And then we were hanging out, we were chilling, and then he had hurt his foot. And then
when he jumped off the stage?
Okay.
He jumped off the stage, he had hurt his foot. And then he had fell back for a little bit. He was chilling. So that's what made me put it on the back burner, because I didn't know when he was going to be back, you know.
To good. You
don't want to like throw a song out.
While he's recuperating.
Okay. So that's what held it back, and then now it's just waiting for the right opportunity.
I always wanted to ask,
but it's not his fault. It's just
not.
We want to give it his full. You know what I mean?
It needs to have recovery. Special. Something like that.
And I want him to be comfortable as well. Yeah.
Wiz, I always wanted to ask you. You have like music that makes people really happy, chill, zen. But you have the song that makes everybody cry.
Yeah.
See you again. Yeah. How is that? Like knowing that, you know, millions of people cry to your song.
Start giving out boxes of tissues.
Hey, that could be
in
merch.
Advance, right? Yeah. Here, Wiz Khalifa tissue.
Yeah. See you again, Kleenex.
Yeah. Well, there's a tour coming up. Is that a record you like playing, or you may stay away from?
I do like playing it. It means a lot to a lot of people. It's just a really big moment for a lot of people. Some people, you go through my entire show smiling and jumping and having a great time, and then when that one comes on, it's a really good time to reflect and just be real and kind of appreciative too. Moment, like, it's not even just for people who lost somebody. It's for people to appreciate what they have as well. So you get a lot of different emotions. But I do love performing that song still, and it's like it's something to send you home with. Like when you leave, you're like, oh man, I feel a little bit better now. I cried.
For sure. I'll be having a great time, and then all of a sudden, it's been.
I know.
It's like, oh, my grandpa.
You have to make a tissue that you could also use as a rolling paper as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's like after you're crying, you can roll something up with it.
Smoke your tears.
Cry some more.
Smoke your tears.
Young, Wild, and Free comes on. You're like,
that's right. Pick the vibes right back up.
Wiz, we heard rumors of there being another. Dang, why is
Fast and Furious?
No.
Oh.
No.
Mac and Devin.
Oh. Is that true or not true?
That's true.
What?
Yes.
Are you guys like super seniors or are you a counselor
in high
Snoopy
school?
in high school.
We never talked about that. Also, that YG scene was crazy.
Yeah, right. we gotta write it the right way. But, but there will be a sequel.
That's so tight.
20 years later.
Teachers.
Admittedly, I'm not a weed smoker at all. But one time with my cousin Adrian, I went to Chicago. That same one that called earlier. We got so high and watched Mac and Devin go to high school, and I thought it was the funniest movie of all time. And I tried to watch it sober, and I'm like, it's not hitting, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is like perfect for getting stoned.
You gotta be high to understand that. Because sober, it's like you're trying to put it together. You're trying to make it make sense. It's like.
That's life, though.
So did you make that movie while you were high? The whole time?
Yeah.
Directed it all?
Yeah,
all
that's real weed in that movie.
You're like, I'm not acting.
Yeah, no, that's all real weed.
What's the best movie to watch high?
Best movie to watch high? There's a couple of them, but I would say like Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a deep cut.
That's my favorite high movie.
Wiz, it's been like, I believe 2013. That's when you did your collab with Converse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing anything with them? And like, you are Taylor Gang.
Yeah, no, for sure. I haven't done any licensing deals with any companies like Converse or anything like that recently.
Because I'm trying to think, I'm like, oh, is he gonna bring the Taylors back and the camo shorts back? Since we're in that era again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop some cool ass merch.
Yeah.
Some good Wiz merch. You know, that's where it's at. Like, kind of just restart everything in that, you know what I mean? Because we were really trailblazers in putting our names on stuff and having a whole group of people rocking it. So just to bring that energy back, we're going on tour this summer. We're going on the Taylor Gang World Tour, and then we're announcing another tour right after that. So, you know, it'll be the perfect time for everybody to see us in person and come and get that real feeling. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I want to talk about Is it Muay Thai?
Muay Thai, yeah.
Muay Thai.
And is it PFC, the league that? PFL. And I'm seeing everybody kind of gear more towards like the wrestling again. You're seeing Travis Scott jump into that. PFL is its own thing too. Like people come out and they're watching the fights. Like, talk to me about that. Yeah,
PFL is in direct competition, not the bad type of competition, but there's UFC and then there's PFL. Right. So a lot of the superstars from UFC, they fight, and they never, you know, really get to that level of superstardom, selling fights and, you know, making a lot of money. The PFL offers the same amount of fights through like a seasonal system where you have a point system and you advance based off of your wins. It's not based off of like who's the most popular or whatever's the best fight. And then at the end of each season, you're able to fight for $1 million, and if you win, you get $1 million. And a lot of the people in UFC or any other, you know, combat sport, you know, company, they don't offer $1 million. No. So you're not only getting the chance to like fight and, you know, have good competition, but you're able to make really good money doing what you're doing. And that's in the best interest for the fighters. And also we're throwing fights in different countries. So, you know, these fighters have the opportunity to be superstars. They don't have to just come to America to get their chance. There's a lot of different countries that they can't travel here, and they don't get the chance that they need to. So PFL gives them a home for that as well.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
When did it go for I'm going to, I guess, train for this to I need to be a part of this type of a league and what it's turning into?
It just came from my affiliation with the right people. Through training, I've met a lot of different, not only champions and fighters who I can learn from their perspective, but people who are on the cusp and on the upcoming of, you know, doing things that cater to these fighters. Yeah. And a lot of it is money-based and entertainment-based, but PFL is both.
That's fire. That's like real life Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Would you fight?
Nah.
Cause you got it.
Yeah,
I think
you know how
Wiz
to.
is like he's the most chill guy, but low key under that big ass hoodie, he's got muscles.
Yeah.
Don't try him.
I do. I'll leave it to them though.
So if they approach you and they tell you like, oh, you can fight, you do it?
Nah. I got tour. I'm going on tour.
What about if there was like a new Def Jam Vendetta? Yeah. Would you want to be a playable character?
Oh, for sure. You gotta throw me on there. I'm coming in. I'm doing all the moves, everything. Yeah.
Would you be able to? Did you ever play the game?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you be able to defeat Fat Joe at the end?
Yeah. I beat the whole game.
I never played the game. Fat Joe's the
final boss. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but he was so fucking hard to beat.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't just lean back and you went? No. Wiz, do you like boxing at all?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing with boxing, and I guess just taking like the sports and what is happening where Saudi Arabia has a lot to do with it, Riyadh season and all of that. Is that like, I guess, an aspiration? Because I'm sure now you're an exec in the PFL like league, you know?
Yeah.
Is that kind of where you want to see yourself move up into? I guess spread. You said you go outside of the country, so
right. I just do it for whatever makes the most sense right now, and when the opportunities start to open up more, and the more that I do with fitness and things like that, I think those opportunities will open up as well. But music is always going to be the driver for me, so whatever I do is going to be based off of the music, and it's going to push me in those directions as well. Yeah.
Do you think that it's a misconception that you can't be fit and also a pothead?
Oh yeah, it's a huge misconception.
Because it almost is like an oxymoron. Like, he's a pothead, but he's one of the most fit Muay Thai fighters I've ever seen.
Yeah, like people think weed makes you lazy or like it slows down your conditioning, but like that's probably one of my strongest attributes is my conditioning. I'm super duper strong and very athletic, but I can go a lot of rounds before I even start sweating.
Oh, wow. You don't get winded or anything?
Yeah, and like a lot of people, they don't think that somebody who smokes as much weed as I do can do that, but it's possible for sure.
You don't ever feel like winded, like out of like breath because of it or anything like that?
Well, you get winded for sure, but it's just, you know how to breathe, like you know how to like slow your heart rate down. You know how to control like your energy and things like that. Wow. So while somebody might come in there and like by round 3 they're throwing up or something like that, you know what I mean? I'm just getting started. Like, round 5 or 6, like I'm just getting warmed up. Like.
I love that. I'm like, because I'm sure a doctor would hate to see like or see me like, dang, his lung, I can't even say it affects your lungs. This guy, his stamina and everything that he's got going on, it's kind of, maybe you're just a special case, Wiz.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a pothead that can like run a mile.
Also probably because you don't inhale any tobacco, right? You usually do papers.
Yeah, I only smoke paper.
That probably helps too, because there's no tobacco involved, so it's just like all paper.
Yeah, smoke in general, can be a little bit rough.
Yeah, rough on the lungs. Yeah.
But I think the more that you work at it, the better off you are. I work really hard. And I don't, I don't take too many days off and shit like that. So
it's a balance.
Let's go.
I'm a ninja.
What's your food intake like? Because I guess the other misconception is that it's just junk food, and but I'm sure you have. Like, I feel like you go to Erewhon. I feel like you got a smoothie on the way.
Yeah, nah, I do. I definitely do protein shakes. I have a chef, and but it's just regular meals. Like I had Philly cheesesteaks for lunch yesterday. I had like 4 of them, but like
low-key, like I love, and it's funny that B-Dot's here, but we love Sweetie.
Yeah.
Her meals are like pothead meals, like the stuff that she mixes together.
That's not even pothead shit. That's like some jail shit.
That's a baby girl. But it's like, have you gotten so hungry that you're like, let me mix this and this?
Got in the munchies like that.
Nah, I can't eat like that. My stomach will be. I'll be having to have Tums and activated charcoal.
She got a stomach of steel.
For sure.
She got to have some Tums somewhere.
Yeah. So when you get the munchies, like what kind of food are you eating? Celery
sticks. Protein shake. I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, I know.
I don't do that. I mean, I'll eat snacks if they're there. I don't really crave snacks all like that.
You don't get the munchies?
I eat big ass meals and shit like that.
So you're not a snacker.
Yeah, I eat like steak and eggs for breakfast. I do a protein shake in between, and then lunch is regular, whatever anybody else eats for lunch. Like I said, I had Philly cheesesteaks yesterday. Then I'll do like a little snack in between. And then sometimes I like to go out for dinner, or sometimes I'll just have a regular dinner at the crib where it's a normal dinner that anybody else
can make.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's just your chef mixing.
Yeah. It's just that you're rich.
Anyone else with a chef with the best ingredients can make.
Exactly.
But have you ever had like a bad trip? Like you smoked so much that you're like, oh my God, I'm hallucinating.
Not off weed. I had a bad trip off mushrooms.
Yep.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad trip, but it was really visual. Like I stepped outside in the hallway, and it was just the longest hallway ever, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going back in."
You take edibles?
Do I take edibles? Yeah, I did have a bad trip off edibles too. I ate some edibles when I was on a plane, or getting on a plane. They were goldfish. So like I just ate a whole bunch of them. I didn't really know how much weed was in them, and I woke up and my eyes were dry and red, and like my heart was beating fast, and I thought we was gonna have to land the plane
because you can't go outside and get fresh air. You're inside, kind of locked in.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had to talk to myself, but it was cool though.
Part
of the game.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
How good is your Spanish, Wiz Khalifa?
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Buenos dias, that means...
Yeah, it's like, what, good morning?
Yeah. All right. Jugo de naranja, means...
Oh, I don't know what that one is.
You know it.
Yeah,
you know. Just think.
I don't.
Jugo
album.
de naranja.
Oh, okay. Kush and orange juice.
Orange juice.
Okay.
I don't think there's a Spanish word for Kush. It's just Kush.
Kush.
Oh yeah, Bad Bunny, Creepy Kush.
Yeah.
Kush.
Yeah.
All right, we have this game, bro. This might be your bad trip. I just hope you know.
All right, let's go.
We have this game, and a lot of us are good at Spanish. A lot of us suck at Spanish. Either way, we're fine with it.
All right,
okay?
let's get it.
Who do you want to go against? And I'll give you like the levels of Spanish, okay? We call this guy right here a coconut. That means he's brown on the outside, white on the inside, okay?
All right.
Really bad. Doesn't pronounce the
R's.
The R's, the ñes, none of that. This girl right here, she grew up watching Shrek in Spanish.
I did.
Yeah, the novelas, all of that. Yeah.
She thinks
It's
in
crazy.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she don't need weed to listen to your music.
Yeah,
like she
like,
already
I
on
get
pothead
it.
drive.
Ay, me gusta.
Yeah. This guy is 73% European, so
On my ancestry,
on his
23andMe.
ancestry,
No,
so-
but like my parents were born in Mexico.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely conquistador vibes over here.
But I know Spanish.
This guy, you see the cactus in his forehead.
Yep.
He is from Mexico. In Spanish, you say nopal en la frente.
Half
Like, you look at him. After this, he's gonna go to Home Depot. After that, he's gonna be on a roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a businessman.
But he's okay.
I don't do the labor.
But he also has,
Oh yeah, but he goes and tells the other guys what to do.
yeah. But he also used to probably garden your place. Yeah.
No, I used to trim weed for real.
He did every job. Okay. Professional day laborer right here. Okay.
Weed trimmer.
I can't
weed
play because
trimmer.
I'm looking at the words. But who would you like to go against?
Shrek.
Shrek. Shrek in Spanish? Okay. Hey, in Spanish, is Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek.
It's Shrek.
El Shrek. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, have you watched it in Spanish?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Usually, if I'm gonna do it, let me just go against the
pro.
Yeah, the
pro.
pro.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you a word in Spanish. You're gonna tell me what you think it means in English. Okay.
All right.
But it's getting super
nervous.
easy. Wiz, you're first.
Okay.
Planta.
Plant.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
You don't even know how to say it.
I know.
What is it?
Angie.
Yes.
Girasol.
Sunflower.
Wow.
What?
Oh wow!
I didn't know that.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, you're impressed, huh?
Whoa.
Told you.
Okay.
Shrek in Spanish.
Hierba.
Man, I don't
You
know.
love it. Hierba.
Weed?
Yeah! You're doing so good. You're doing
You are.
Yes.
Oh.
Angie.
Yes.
Say. Jesus Christ. Angie, say fertilizer in Spanish.
Fertilizer in Spanish? Oh, my dad always puts it. It's fertilizer. Oh my God!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm going blank. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Okay.
Tell me the first letter. First letter.
F.
Okay, I was gonna say fertilizador, but it's
Fertilizantes.
yeah, there you go.
Angie, Wiz Khalifa
I
is
know.
beating you right now.
Legendary.
I'm having a trip right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Wiz. Carro.
Car.
Yeah!
Wiz, you just won the She sabe!
I do it. That's why you gotta smoke weed.
Angie, you suck.
Yeah.
I do.
Just turn on Shrek in Spanish one more time. Wiz, thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you for
Kush and
having
OJ
me.
too. Please
Let's
listen
go.
to it, ride to it, smoke to it,
Vibe
be with
to
your
it.
friends.
Pull it to the shows.
Yeah, and experience that. Wiz, it's really cool to have you in here,
Good
bro.
to be here. Thank you guys.
Come on, it's
Thank
Power
you.
106 Brown Bag Morning. Let's get it.